How am I going to say it?
It's okay. Think about it. If you trip over it, we can always go back. It's the beauty of camera work.
Okay.
We just go over a lot of times in the real aspect and we make sure it's polished.
It's selected truth.
No comment.
Do you want the reverse and each?
I didn't know what a reverse offering was because I'd never heard of it. And then they said that people would be getting different amounts from $5 to $100. And I started kind of thinking, what are the odds that I'll get $100?
I am on the board of stewards, and earlier that week, I had been talking with Preston and Andrea about some of the logistical steps we needed to take, and one of the things they were doing was all of the envelopes were going to be color-coded.
So I knew what was happening, but I was still excited because I didn't know how much money I got. You know, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with it.
So I really wanted to make sure that I had no clue how much money I was getting until everyone else was opening them. So I asked one of the other board members to shuffle around in the bag and hand me an envelope, and I told her the color needs to be down, and I slipped it right into my binder so I didn't see it.
And this is a gift from us at the chapel to you, that we hope might be a gift to someone else. And it's up to you what you get to do with it. It's your money now. You get to decide.
And I started kind of thinking, what are the odds that I'll get $100? And I opened my envelope, and lo and behold, I got $100. And so the girl beside me told all the people in front of me, and then everybody started turning around, and they were so surprised.
I mean, so getting money is always dope. That's not something that happens very often. But you know, so opening it, I got $20, and I started thinking, how am I use it? Will I just give it to somebody? Will I just, ask around who needs it more? And that was the main things. What am I going to use it for?
When it came to the time that we were opening these envelopes, I flipped my envelope over and saw that my label was pink. And pink was the highest denomination, which was $100. And I was like, they changed how much I was getting. There's no way this happened. But I mean, it's God, so of course it just happened.
So I'm from Durham, North Carolina, and I've been volunteering at Reality Ministries, which is a local nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that helps people with and without disabilities to kind of bridge the gap and create friendships. And so I kind of knew in my heart that that's where I wanted to donate this money, because they've done so much for me, but they also do things for different people in the community.
At my home church, we partner with 2 women's shelters that take in women who have been in abusive relationships or are dealing with substance abuse. And one of the really, really cool things about these shelters is that they also allow their children to stay with them. One of the things that we had learned earlier this year was that they seem to have a lack of feminine hygiene products, and I really thought about how much money I had and how many supplies I could get with that amount of money, and it really seemed like the best thing that I could do with the $100 I was given.
So at my barbershop, when people can't afford to pay for a haircut, they'll stay all day and they'll sweep up hair, and then at the end of the day they get a haircut. So once I got my haircut done, I gave the $20 to my barber, and I said, this you can use this as a tip and however much, and then whatever's left over, pay for his haircut. And so he got the chair after me. I had the money in my pocket, and he was a regular there. Every time I'm there, he's usually sweeping hair, trying to get his haircut. So I just figured, why not give him some time off,
I think one of the biggest things that impacted me was realizing that these supplies are things that a lot of girls take for granted, and don't really realize that there are people out there, and women especially, who don't have the things that they need to take care of themselves.
So I went in, and her name was Julie, is the one who I told that I wanted to donate this money to, and I explained to her the reverse offering. And as I was walking out, my dad started to tear up. And I'm like, Dad, what's wrong? And he's like, you've been volunteering here for years, but I never really got to come and see the impact that you've made on these people's lives until now, and I'm just really happy that I've raised you as my daughter. And so that kind of just tied into all the different things that we're learning in chapel and how to be Christ-like. And so that really solidified everything that I've been learning here.
I've never had the ability to just give any amount of money to somebody, especially $20. That's a lot to me right now. So to be able to give to someone $20 and kind of relieve a need, because a haircut is a need. But to relieve a need for them, that was a good feeling.